Important update in the world of football. Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen have been a topic in the transfer window since this summer. And right now, Al-Hilal are making formal steps to make Osimhen their player going into the Club World Cup. Al-Hilal have met with the directors at Napoli, and they have now bidded official 65 million plus 5 million on add-ons. They have also tripled or doubled Victor Osimhen's demand, the current demand. They are willing to pay him handsomely. They are now waiting for Napoli to make a decision, and then for Victor Osimhen to say that he's also moving in that direction. Napoli will have a decision to make. Remember, Napoli and the Laurentiis, they are interested in this money. There are only a handful of clubs that can be able to pay this money from Europe. Before now, I made an analysis and said that Osimhen will go to only Saudi Pro League. A lot of people are telling me, why must he reduce his salary? Sometimes you read the writings on the wall. There are only a handful of few clubs that can match Osimhen's wage demand. I said before, if he wants to play in Europe, then he needs to make sacrifices. Like JJ Okocha said, no wonder Mikel Obi gave up and said that the options are Manchester United, PSG, and Arsenal, and a few other clubs. Right now, it looks as if Al-Hilal are trying to accelerate to sign him. Remember, they've already signed Inzaghi. They are now pushing to sign Osimhen. Chelsea are not making any move when it concerns Osimhen. And I am saying this, if Osimhen wants to play in the Champions League, then sacrifices must have to be made. If he wants to go for money, which are also good, two of them are good, but it boils down to his decision. Will I want to go for Al-Hilal to go and make more money for myself, or do I want to remain in Europe? He needs to make one decision. Remaining in Europe means that he will likely take wage cut. Going to Al-Hilal means that he will not compete in the Champions League, but he will make more money. It depends. So you have to weigh the options and make a decision. And then going to Al-Hilal also means that people will not be able to talk about you that much, because that's an inferior league when it comes to Europe. So when P Square said that they're already on it, they are working so hard, him and Mikel Obi, they will try their best to sign him for Chelsea, I laugh. Because he doesn't even understand the trajectory of the club. If you watch the moment Chelsea signed, Liam Delap, I gave him number 9. Remember, Victor Osimhen normally wear number 9. You already know that Chelsea are making a statement to say that this is our number 9 going into next season. And now, everybody we are pushing, like telling me, you don't have to tell him to cut his wage. I'm not saying that you should take his wage off. I'm not saying you should cut his wage. But what I'm saying is that, like JJ said, if you want to remain in Europe, then you will see the handwriting on the wall. A lot of clubs are not willing to pay that amount. It's either you make sacrifice or you go to Saudi Pro League, which is not wrong. If you want to make more money, you go to Saudi Pro League. Make more money for yourself. If you go to Saudi Pro League, probably you'll be missing out on Champions League. So there will be ifs here and there. You must have to make adjustments, pick your battles, and decide to go with your decision. Al-Hilal are now pushing to sign him. They will give him the money. They will even make it times 2, if not more. So they are going to give him exactly everything he needs. But let's see what is going to come out of it, whether Napoli can be able to accept the deal. And then Acerbi is a player that Al-Hilal are also trying to sign for Inzaghi. Remember, this is a defender that gave Barcelona a tough time. And this guy is 40 years. They want to take him to the Club World Cup. They see him as part of the next phase of Al-Hilal. So they are pushing to sign Acerbi. Al-Hilal officials are still in Europe trying to look for different players. They want to assemble their squad as quickly as possible. Then Franco Mastantuono have now decided to join Real Madrid. Remember, it is a 2-horse race before now. Real Madrid and PSG. These two clubs have been pushing to sign him. He has now made up his mind to join Real Madrid. Now, here is the catch. Real Madrid are not willing to pay the release clause. They want to negotiate it. Perez of late. Negotiation is a normal thing. And the player is now convinced that he wants to join Real Madrid. But PSG are still there on the background, looking at things and anticipating whenever anything does not go well, they can be able to jump into it. They want to sign the player. Real Madrid want to cut down the release clause, negotiate it in a very good package that will be favorable for Real Madrid. Real Madrid have now won this battle. But for my personal point of view, how many clubs can be able to go into a battle with Real Madrid if they play and they win? Only handful. Very few clubs. Because once Real Madrid come for your player, the player is like, take me away, Real. That is the reality. But right now, Real Madrid are ahead and they are trying to get the deal done. For Ait Nouri, Manchester City have now found an agreement with Wolverhampton Wanderers. The deal is worth 40 million euros, and it is now an important move. Ait Nouri is expected to undergo medicals on Saturday. He will now be joining Manchester City. Manchester City are so serious in the transfer market. They have secured Ait Nouri. Reinders is also expected to do his medical on Sunday. So 2 medicals, Saturday and Sunday. They've also secured Nico Gonzalez, Omamamouche. They have also secured, Kusanov. They are still in the market, still looking for Morgan Gibbs White. Manchester City are looking like they are moving very fast. before the start of the Club World Cup. Expect Manchester City to register these two players ahead of the Club World Cup. Then on the Manchester City side again, Grealish will not be part of the Club World Cup. The news is now spreading that Pep Guardiola have dropped Grealish. He's no longer part of the squad. They have told him, you need to find a club, you need to find a solution. You're no longer wanted here. You are out of the project. Grealish is now open for offers and other clubs to come and sign him. And this is an important news. These are the updates at this hour. Remember, if you need all these JCA that I sell, slide into my DM and buy them. Thank you very much.